They say the two things that are unavoidable: death and taxes. Don't be a predator, be a helper. Unfortunately, there wasn't a will involved. I don't care how old you are, get a will. Third child in the Caribbean disappeared. Nobody's even spoken to him in years and years. Interesting situations. What do you do? What is going on, YouTube? My name is Matt Faircloth. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and we're a real estate company dedicated to transforming lives through real estate. I'm excited you guys are watching this video. If you like what we do here on this channel, or if you just like real estate, do yourself a favor, subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave it a comment, chat with us, engage with us. We love your engagement. So this is a program called Mentorship Monday. What people do is people email us at helpme@DeRosaGroup.com. That is helpme@DeRosaGroup.com. Right, answer your questions right here, right on the channel for you and everyone else to learn from. You can chat, we can talk real estate shop, all those things. If you want to join our insiders community as well, where you can get direct in our interface with us and my team, you can go to DeRosaGroup.com/insiders. Let's get going. I got a good question today, guys. They say the two things that are unavoidable: death and taxes. Now we're talking about death. We're not talking about taxes today. We're going to talk about death, unfortunately. Talk about buying property from the deceased. First of all, I want to put a disclaimer out there. I don't think that buying property from the deceased is taking advantage of anybody. If you look at what you're doing, if you're buying a property from someone who's deceased and from their heirs, you are doing them a great favor by putting real hard cash in their pockets so they can go back to their lives. They can celebrate the life of the person that their loved one that passed, and they can move on, right? Because everybody's got lives. The folks that are living still have things that they were doing. They've got jobs, they've got careers, they've got things they were up to, and they likely want to mourn and then liquidate the assets that this person has, so that they can go and maybe take that liquidation of assets and hand them down to their kids. Maybe the money you give them for this property helps put one of this person who's passed away's grandkids through college. You never know. It's a carry forward way that you can help these people out. So it's a good thing. You just cannot come off as a predator. You cannot come off like you're here to take advantage. You got to come in like you're here to help and you're here to solve a problem. And they do have a problem. And the problem is they've got this piece of real estate and this asset that they need to do something with. And it maybe has been lived in by someone that's older that couldn't really keep up with it. So maybe it's dilapidated a little bit. Maybe it needs some repairs, some fixing up, some TLC. And you are just that right person to give it that TLC that it needs, bring it to the next level, lease it out or sell it to a new family that wants to start a new life, and the property gets reborn again. Present it in that light versus, I can give you X amount of dollars for it right now. We got to close today. Don't be a predator, be a helper. Today's question specifically comes from Wadia, coming all the way up from Florida. Unfortunately, there wasn't a will involved. I don't care how old you are. If you're 22 years old watching this video, get a will. If you're 72 years old watching this video, get a will. Anywhere in between, get a last will, because I cannot tell you how many people I've talked to out there that have significant assets, a lot of assets, or no assets at all, and don't have a will that says what should happen to this. If this person had passed, had a will, this wouldn't even be a problem. But because this person had no will, there's a lot of signatures, a lot of hoops got to jump through to transfer their property in certain states, Florida being one of them. In this instance, there is a wife and there are 3 children. The wife has agreed to sell, the 2 kids have agreed to sell, and there's a third child that lives out of the country in the Caribbean. Interesting situations. What do you do? Wage is asking me, well, what do I do? Nobody knows how to find this third child in the Caribbean. They've disappeared. Nobody's even spoken to them in years and years. Likely this person doesn't even know that their patriarch, their father, might have passed. I would advise you to proceed like this. First of all, you got to get a really good probate attorney. I would be willing to bet that with a few attempts to locate this person, you could go to the courts and say, Your Honor, the mother that's agreed to sell, I have 2 of the children that's agreed to sell. This person, I've sent them certified letters, called the country that they believe that they're in, called their clerk's office, I've called their local government in whatever country in the Caribbean they're in, call the local bureau, do some homework, document all of it. And then you should be able to do a closing if you show I have put forth reasonable effort to find this person. And Your Honor, there's no proof this person's even living anymore. And they likely would at some point give up their rights to the estate of that person because you've made the reach outs, and there's maybe some letters that might say, hey, if you don't respond to this, you're going to lose your rights. And you send it to the last known address. A good probate lawyer is going to know exactly how to handle this. I will say this, guys, as a side note, almost every probate issue that I've ever heard of, there's always issues like this. If you are a problem solver and you're willing to do some detective work and be the one that drills in a little bit harder, a little bit further than everybody else, finds the hair, plucks it off, solves the problem, that's that's the one that's going to win. But all probate issues that I've seen, except for one that I've dealt with, had some kind of a weirdness going on to it. This is your weirdness right here. And this is your challenge. I dangled this out. If you can fix this, you get that property. That sounds like an interesting challenge. It's almost worth a plane ticket to the Caribbean, isn't it? Look at it as a challenge that there is a huge, enormous carrot at the end of the stick, which is winning the deal, winning the property, winning the profit that this deal could make you. Solve it, figure it out. Get in there, make lots of phone calls, talk to good lawyers, be willing to get doors slammed in your face, people telling you can't do it. That's my advice to you, Wagia. I hope that helps. And I wish you the best of luck. I want to know how you make out. Send me an email to helpme@DeRosaGroup.com and tell us how you made out with this deal. That's what we got, guys. Good luck on probate stuff. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You're helping. Just make sure they know that you're here to help, and make sure they know you're not a predator and you're not there to, to take advantage or to sink your teeth into them or to get a better deal than you warranted for what you're doing. You're not here to take advantage. You're here to solve a problem. So I got, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great and profitable week.